Hi there, how are you? I hope everyone is doing so well and had a wonderful weekend, even though we are sort of on lockdown again. So much has shifted and changed again. Nonetheless, welcome back. We are in the beginning of a new week, a new day, where we get to choose to tap into whatever frequency most uplifts us and whatever frequency makes us the most available for receiving prosperity and abundance and inner clarity. Hi, Megan. It's so good to see you. So speaking of Megan, actually, Megan is in our course, my course that I'm running right now called Hello Joy. And Hello Joy is actually ending tonight, which is so sad. And I'm just going to be so sad to let these ladies go. We've just had the best time together. But Hello Joy 2 is beginning on July 20th. So for anyone that's not familiar with Hello Joy is a 6-week interactive live group coaching course with me, divinely designed. This course will show and does show members how to make the experience of living in prosperity and joy and inner clarity a reality. Yes, and we do that by many ways, but one of the ways we do that, we achieve that, is by learning how to deconstruct and release anxiety. Yes, so the thing is, the experience of abundance and prosperity is directly related to feeling good. Yes, so simply put, when we fail to embrace feeling good, we fail to embrace the abundance that is there and that is always waiting for us and wants to make its way to us. So therefore, learning how to wisely navigate upset and really tap into feeling good is essential to attracting one's deepest desires, dreams, and wishes for oneself. So I do hope that you will think about joining us on July 20th for the second group course of Hello Joy, and I'll leave more information about that below. Speaking of feeling good and speaking of tapping into the feeling of feeling good and therefore activating prosperity and activating abundance, I'd like to introduce this week's intention, which is I choose to fall in love with what's in front of me. And this week's intention, I choose to fall in love with what's in front of me, was inspired by one of our guest speakers in Hello Joy last week. Last week, we invited on Remington Donovan, who is a master, I'm going to say this right, numerologist, astrologist, and tarot card reader. Quite a mouthful, but a very, very talented man. He, if that's something that you're interested in, astrology, tarot, and numerology, I couldn't trust him more. He could not be more talented, and so I will leave his information below. We were talking about all kinds of ways to choose joy and to raise our inner frequency and thereby become more available to attracting the prosperity and abundance that is ours. And inside that teaching, he introduced one of the tarot cards, which is the Fool card. Right here, I have a tarot deck of my own, so I thought I'd show it to you, give you a visual. I know it's a little glossy, but this is called the Fool card. So we introduced the Fool card because the energy of the Fool card essentially is I choose to fall in love with what's in front of me. So everything, and I learned this from Donovan last week, everything is the Fool's favorite thing to do. So what can we learn from that? Yeah. So for us, that means that we can choose to, right? We can kind of going into this attitude of, you know what? I just love this. So even if we're up against some pretty tough times, which a lot of us are right now, it's a tough time. Globally, it's a tough time. Here in the States, it's an extremely difficult time. I live in the state of California that's going through a lot of tough time right now in the context of COVID, yes? So even if we're up against some pretty tough times, the job isn't going well, or maybe I don't have a job, which is the experience of many people across the planet right now. The health is perhaps suffering, the bank account is low, the love life is stale, or maybe it's non-existent. The teaching says, you know what? Let's change this inner frequency a little bit. Let's change my frequency. I'm going to choose to shift my frequency and decide that everything I'm going to do today is my favorite thing. Yeah, so I thought about this in relation to my son, Aiden. Aiden is 3.5, and everything is his favorite thing to do. Yes, so when Aiden wakes up in the morning, it's his favorite thing to do. When Aiden takes a bath, it's his favorite thing to do. When I drive Aiden to school, it's his favorite thing to do. snuggling in bed, which is maybe everybody's favorite thing to do, but certainly his favorite thing to do. He just lounges there and he's so happy with all those covers, right? We had to bring him to the hospital actually 2 Saturdays ago for something that turned out to be quite minor and nothing very serious, so he's okay. But even going to the hospital, Aiden was able to make it his favorite thing to do. He made it so exciting. He was able to really tap into essentially part of what this card is introducing, as well as this intention that we're talking about. He was really able to easily just go right into, this is my favorite thing to do. How can I make this the best moment? Yes, how can I tap into the fun, right? So it is a bit about this intention. I choose to fall in love with whatever's in front of me. The teaching behind this Fool card is very much about shifting, being willing to shift into a little bit of this childlike enthusiasm. Yeah? This childlike energy. Because if you notice, children, most of the time, they can make anything their favorite thing to do, right? And so the Fool card and this intention, right, is that frequency. I choose to fall in love with whatever is in front of me, with whatever I'm doing, yes? So the idea is to fall in love with whatever we're doing, with whatever's in front of us, and we want to try to, I know it's easier said than done, but we want to try to just let go of outcome. And we want to try to let go of whatever happened in the past that brought us to this moment. Am I willing to try to let go? It helps me sometimes to do this movement, almost as if I'm peeling the worry off me. I'm peeling the overwhelm off me. I'm peeling the frustration off me, right? I'm just trying, like, thank you, goodbye, take it to the light, yes? So can we let go about thinking about everything from the past that just brought us to this moment, yes? And can I shift my frequency, right? So it's really about being willing to move into this frequency of, can I be in love exactly wherever I am with whatever is happening in front of me? I know that this in many ways can seem like a tall order, but just see whatever aspect of you, whatever percentage of you. You don't have to, there's no expectation from spirit, there's no expectation from life, from universe, that we shift 180 degrees at once and we go from feeling super shitty, yeah, into being like, I just love everything. No, by no means at all, but you can try to find, right, you can intend, right? Really align that heart space and intend to find whatever calibration of you is available to do it, to shift. Maybe it's 1%, maybe it's 3%, maybe it's 5%, maybe it's 10%, but to shift into, right? Can I be in love with exactly whatever is happening in front of me, right, at this moment? Maybe it's just 3% more. But that 3% more is absolutely going to raise your frequency, our frequency. It's going to shift that inner frequency, if you will, which makes us more available to receiving the prosperity, the abundance, and the inner clarity that we so deeply desire for ourselves, right? So you're getting gas at the gas station. We're getting gas at the gas station. We are driving our children to school. We're grocery shopping, while social distancing 6 feet apart. We're driving to work. Yes, and the roads, people are going back to work now, so now the roads are even more busy than before, and I'm dealing with traffic again. Yes? So, and as we get good, right, little by little by little, we make these shifts. As we get good at tapping into this in love with my life, feel good, Fool kind of frequency, you will find that everything around you will start to shift in the best way. Yeah? And so I'd like to invite you to think of it almost as alchemy. And the universe and life will show up for this energetic shift within you, in your life. It will clear up, it will free up, almost as if cars parting in front of you on the road, right? It will clear up and it will free up the way for prosperity to come through, for that inner clarity to come through, for what we love and for what's on purpose for us to show up with greater ease, with greater grace, and with more efficiency. I choose to fall in love with what's in front of me. And it is absolutely about, on some level, on maybe the level, the ultimate level, it is about being open to miracles in our lives. But know that it is also a co-creation of miracles in our lives, meaning we are, you and I are, together we are, by choosing to shift our frequency in this way, in this intentional way, we are choosing to facilitate the creation of miracles, of abundant shifts in our lives with universe. We're not making it happen on our own. We're not forcing it. We're not willing it. We're not chasing it. No, we're in co-creation with a very loving, with a very generous universe. And we're activating this process, that partnership that I'm speaking about, if you will, with universe by doing what? What's our tool? Well, with our willingness. Yes, because the willingness is extremely important here. It's our half of the co-creation. It's like the hands coming together, yes? So this is universe putting out its hand and saying, I would like to co-create inner clarity, abundance, and joy with you. Would you like to join me? Because the universe is not just going to dump it on our head. We have to participate in activating, yes, our experience in receiving with prosperity, abundance, and inner clarity. So we do that through our willingness. Yes, we meet universe here. Let's shake on it. Here's our partnership together. Yeah? And in some cases, it might seem like, well, it's not even worth it. It's not even worth it. What if I can only shift 3%? What if I can't shift 180 degrees? Will I still be able to experience abundance, prosperity, and inner clarity? And universe, of course, would say, yes! Wouldn't 3% more abundance, prosperity, and inner clarity be worth it? Of course, the universe sort of works in exponentials, if you will, so it will be more than that. But that's how we activate, the receiving of this abundance, clarity, and prosperity. Yes, it's a co-creation. We're in partnership with the universe, so this is how we do our part. Yes, I'm willing, I choose to fall in love with whatever is in front of me. Yes, so even if, again, it's a really tough situation, we're willing to embrace what we can love in that situation, right? We're willing to look for what we can, what we do, and what we're willing to embrace in it, if you will. Any difficulty inside any mundane situation. And that is the frequency, if you will, that activates the prosperous change that we seek. And then all of a sudden, we'll be surprised by how much success, how much purpose, how much passion, how much love just floods in. And the timing of the synchronicity of right things will show up because we were willing to do our part to be the best partner we can with universe in the co-creation, yes, of prosperity, inner clarity, and joy for ourselves. So ultimately, this is the teaching, the opportunity, the gift inside the intention, the mantra, I choose to fall in love with whatever is in front of me. So it creates this, this snowball of energy called synchronicity. And before we know it, we get the right phone call. That email comes through. Maybe we just get the best parking spot in the parking lot. Dates with the right people show up. Job opportunities show up. A little bit more money comes out of what seems like nowhere. Life's way of saying, thank you for co-creating with me. Thank you for being willing. So together, you and I, us, right, this week, we can tap into that childlike enthusiasm, the energy of the Fool card, the intention, I choose to fall in love with what's in front of me, and try this experiment in the next few days. I'll be doing it with you because I certainly need to be tapping into it this week. Yes? So bombs go off in my life too. I need to redirect, right? I need to pay attention to my intention and where my attention is going. So in anything, even the most boring of things, say it. I love this. This is my favorite thing. And hold as that dominant intention. I will look for what feels good and I will find it. I know not all life situations are created the same, and it can be very difficult to jump right into loving what's in front of you right now. So please keep in mind what I shared earlier, that there's no expectation from universe, from spirit, certainly not from me, that you love a very difficult situation that you're in right now. If you can love what's in front of you right now, if you can go right into love, then by all means go right into love. If you can intend to find what feels good and find it, then do. If you're inside a lot of pain and a lot of upset, then this is your invitation to just be willing to try to look for what you can love in the situation, or what you're at least willing to accept, and then shift frequency from there. Okay? I am so happy. Thank you for joining me today. Megan, I'm so happy you were here. Cheryl, thank you so much for showing up. I'm so happy to see you. Teresa, I'm so happy that this is the message you needed to hear today and you feel supported by it. If anyone has any other questions and you want to write those questions below, if you watch this later on in the day and you have questions, just know I'll be popping in to answer them as I always do. And then I'll be returning a little bit later in the week with essential oils to pair with this intention. I choose to love what's in front of me, that will further help you shift your frequency and shift your vibration up, right? We want to vibrate. We want to be at that higher frequency. So these oils will help do that for you also. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for you. Talk to you soon. Bye.